It was one of the largest, most concentrated attacks by Russian criminals on Ukraine. Last night, more than 800 drones and dozens of missiles were launched. At least 3 people were killed, including an infant. Dozens of civilians were injured. For the first time since the outbreak of the war, the Kremlin has struck a Ukrainian government building in Kyiv. Poland scrambled fighter jets overnight to patrol the airspace. Crossings on the Dnieper River, houses, apartment buildings, and commercial buildings in almost all districts. For the first time since the outbreak of the war, the Ukrainian government building in Kyiv has also been targeted. Each new attack is even more outrageous than the last. The fact that the drone struck the government district is further proof that Russia has no intention of stopping. It terrifies me, but what terrifies me even more is that they are striking residential buildings and that people are dying. 3 people in Kyiv, including a mother with a baby just a few months old. Every day, the Kremlin provides evidence that its declarations of openness to peace talks are purely cynical and brazen diplomatic games. It seems that Russia is not seeking peace and is not ready to negotiate. We call on our partners to help close our skies. Let's tighten sanctions against Russia. Let's create a security guarantee system that will help stop the enemy. Ukraine, like Europe and the United States, agreed to negotiations. President Donald Trump joined the diplomatic mission, but it was not enough. It seems, therefore, that the fate of any agreement is sealed for today.
Nobody's done what we've done in 7 months, a little more than 7 months. When you think of it, we stopped 7 wars. And the war that I thought was going to be the easiest is probably the most difficult. That's the Ukraine and Russia. I thought that would be easier, the relationship with President Putin, all of that. It didn't matter. It's ended up being probably the most difficult. Thank you.
U.S. President Trump has probably already made a decision on the White House's next steps towards Russia. The key issue here is not only sanctions, but also military support for Kyiv. In recent days, the U.S. president has repeatedly declared that Ukraine will receive the weapons it needs to repel Russian attacks. But that's not all. The second important area is NATO's eastern flank and American support for security in our region. As we already know, Poland will play an important role here, with the American presence not only being maintained, but perhaps even expanded. We talked about a large project that would also involve a kind of special fort, or a place where not only American forces would develop, but which would also be a place for economic development. The Polish president, who discussed in great detail at the White House the issue of American involvement in our region, will visit Vilnius tomorrow, and then Helsinki. Lithuania is primarily a strategic corridor shared with Poland, the Suwałki Gap, while Finland has several hundred kilometers of land border with Russia and controls the Gulf of Finland, through which Russia's main shipping route in the Baltic Sea runs.
I think we understand the strategic importance of the Baltic area. I think we also understand that when it comes to combat, you can't have enough friends.
Given the threat posed by Russia today and actions such as the Zapad maneuvers in Belarus, which are set to begin in the coming days, Poland must adhere to a similar principle, but by building an international alliance based on real and concrete actions.